It's a Manchu. Welcome back to Murder on Eridanos. Well, after picking up that different kind of science weapon, I brought it back here to the hotel suite. And you may notice something different about everyone's attire. We're all wearing these really cool hats. Now we all have matching hats, which is awesome. And that science weapon, I ended up, the Gatling thing, the Spectrum Gatling, I ended up giving that to Nyoka, so she's got that weapon. She seemed very keen on having it. But anyway, now that I'm back here, I need to report into Administrator Luvenko, so let's have a chat with him. I think I need to do this to get access to the Wildlife Exploitation Reserve anyway.
Inspector, I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell me it isn't true.
She was murdered in her office.
Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector. You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Was she important to you?
Maria devoted her entire life to our vision. She was absolutely committed to our company, to our project. I promised myself I'd reward her after we launched Spectrum Brown. I'd make sure she was comfortable for the rest of her life. She was also our voice of reason. She was sensible, and I appreciated her advice. I never got to tell her that.
All right, well, enough of that. I'm going to find who did this.
Make them suffer, Inspector.
I would say that I managed to track down Black Hole Birdie. I can tell you that much.
I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
Well, Birdie's something of a character, but he's harmless. I feel a little bad for him.
Try not to feel too bad for him. Bertie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit.
Hey, go easy on the guy. He just lost the love of his life.
I don't understand what it was that Helen saw in Bertie. Whatever it was, she seemed to trust him implicitly. He was always on his best behavior around her. Or he tried. I'm not a heartless man, Inspector. I know that losing Helen must have shaken Bertie to his core. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Birdie killed Helen?
Who cares? He's the perfect space goat.
Do you mean scapegoat? Inspector, you're not here to help me find a convenient scapegoat. I meant scapegoat. Oh, for law's sake, now you've got me saying it. Just do what you were hired to do and find the killer.
Hey, Bernie agreed to stay at the Grand Colonial, so he should be safe for now.
I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. I'll make my report of your investigation into Bertie. Do you have anything else for me?
I did look into Cedric. Not that you asked me to.
Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found.
Well, he is a criminal boss, and I can't trust anything he says. In fact, he told me as much, not to trust anything he says.
Smart. Nothing Cedric says in his defense can be taken in good faith. With that in mind, do you think Cedric was responsible for Helen's death?
I can't get past the fact that he had no motive. Helen was making money for Cedric. I doubt he has any motive for killing her. He's actually worse off financially for her death.
No motive. That's disappointing, because it's exactly the conclusion he'd want us to make. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is dangerous, though. There's always a chance for an accident.
Yeah, keep dreaming, buddy. He's alive and well.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least Cedric's alive. The universe is a just place.
You had a hard time saying that with a straight face, didn't you? Alright, I can't say I know who killed Halcyon Helen because I have no freaking clue. I'll be back. Let's look at the board, shall we? Alright, well, looking at the board, there's a couple things that it reminds me. I haven't talked to the Prophet of Profitability yet, and I definitely need to investigate her some more. Also, I need to do more to follow up on the poisoning lead. And one other thing, that shipping container that was stolen, the one that was intentionally stolen by Halcyon Helen, it contained like some kind of explosives. Was she trying to blow something up? I don't know. Whatever the case, there is one other thing that I could do. Yeah, this guy Dash, who had a crewmate Cassidy Mills that was in lockup, and I was supposed to go talk to her for him. I forgot about that. I'm going to have to go track her down, see what I can find out. Then we definitely have to go to the Wildlife Exploitation Reserve. Lobby, please.
To the lobby we go.
Yeah, let's stick with Nyoka and Ellie.
Drop on us.
And just morph through the wall. Ow. Owie. Okay, that was a little painful. Guess that was it. Where do these guys keep coming from? Aha! Cassidy Mills. Will you talk to me now?
Don't think I know you. What do you want?
What was her passphrase? I don't like boneless bratwurst. Bratwurst is gross. Icky.
Well, that was the passphrase, even if you included a few extra words. Hope Dash knows what he's doing, trusting you.
Hey, hang on a minute. How do I know you're really Cassidy Mills and not a mole?
Because I'm gonna tell you where our package is, Hullhead. If I were part of an ambush, you'd have already been arrested. We're in the constabulary, for law's sake. You're looking for cargo from our ship, the Rat King. Small package, wrapped in brown paper. It got moved to the shipping yard, but I'm not completely sure where.
You're not sure where it is. How am I supposed to find it?
I'm sure some sluggite knows how to find it, or has it listed in a terminal. All else fails, you could just case the joint. Might end up with some extra loot for your troubles.
I do have access to certain terminals. That reminds me, actually. There was a container that was locked with a key, and I think I might have the key to unlock it now. Let's see. See if I can figure this out. back here. Let's go sneaking. There's this container here. Shipping yard key card. Oh, I guess I don't have the key card for that. Let's try sneaking in here. I'll take a little extra bonus stuff for my trouble. Oh, that was easy. Do I want to get greedy? I think I've done enough. Let's get out of here. Wait, can I get in this? No. Well, that's too bad. I think I missed out on some loot. Because I didn't have a key card. I'm really good at lockpicking skills. But fortunately, I found that in my exploration earlier. What, me? I wasn't sneaking anywhere. I'm an honest, law-abiding citizen. Nothing to see here. Wait. Shouldn't I be talking to this guy? I got the stuff. I got the package.
Hope the job's coming along well. No sign of the constable, which really makes me more nervous.
Constable's dead. I'll be back. This is the guy that gave me the job. I have the package. Alright, I guess I'll go to Cassidy Mills. Why, I don't know. What do I need her for? I got the package. Doesn't make any frickin' sense.
You're back, I see. Hope the law hasn't caught on to what you're doing. Law meaning authorities, that is, not the forces running the universe.
I'm not sure the forces running the universe are paying that much attention to me. What did you do to get arrested, anyway?
This is gonna sound a little stupid, but I got a thing about mechanicals. Don't like the way they move or the sounds they make. Gives me the creeps.
Preach, sister.
I was drinking with Dash in the cantina when a funny-looking one trotted up beside us. Seemed like it was some kind of monster, so I started yelling, banging on it. Don't know what happened next, but I think it involved another mechanical. I passed right out then, and when I woke back up, I was here. Not the most graceful thing I've ever done.
Alright, well, I got the cargo, so now what?
No complications? Grand. The recipient is Joseph Dempsey. He runs the Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry.
Oh, okay. I know that guy. Alright, one delivery coming up. I don't know why I couldn't have talked to the other guy. I guess she's the brains of the operation. I got something for you, buddy.
Welcome back. The Eridanos Dry Goods and Sundry is just as standard and unremarkable as when you left it.
I got a shipment. Something for you.
A shipment, you say? The only shipment I'm expecting is 100 pounds of salt tuna a week from now. And I certainly don't expect it to be brought by an inspector.
Oh, this is hard to say. I like boneless bratwurst.
Is that supposed to be some kind of code phrase? It has no nuance, no subtlety. Sticks out like a bent nail. A constable could detect that from the other side of Eridanos. I learn about secret codes in my off time. For fun. It's never
Really?
anything that I actually need to use, mind.
Ah, I have this encoded data pad. I could really use help decrypting it. Anyway, This isn't supposed to go to you. I guess I'll have to keep it for myself.
Let me think. No, I guess it's not worth risking losing the goods. All right, you're cleared, but no funny business. Follow me to the back.
Okay, but no funny business.
All right. So, as you can see, this actually ain't the most standard and unremarkable general store this side of Halcyon. Welcome to my black market. Whatever you're here for, weapons, information, contraband, cane and ointment, I've got it. Sorry for the frosty reception. Had to make sure you weren't with the constable. But seeing how you're a freelancer, I hope I ain't got nothing to worry about.
The only crimes I'm interested in here are murders. Can I peruse your wares?
Regular wares? Sure. Currently waiting on my next black market shipment, so come back in a bit if you want to see those. Let me take that package off your hands, whatever the case. Here's your pay. Good doing business with you, especially seeing how you didn't take this to the constable. Would have been a mighty pain in my tail end.
That would have been difficult, seeing as the constable's dead. Can I see what's in the box?
See? No. But I might tell you what's in it, so long as it's nothing proprietary, volatile, or breathing. Let's have a little look. Contraband weapon parts, a few chemicals for the crafting of high explosives. All fairly standard. Oh, and a canister of trimethyl sulfoxide. Where dimethyl sulfoxide is good at keeping folks in stasis, trimethyl sulfoxide is nice for helping refrigerators run. Useful stuff.
Uh-huh. Okay. I guess. I guess I'll come back later when you have something in stock. See ya. It's this Gatling here. Mark III light machine gun. Alright, well, let's not go crazy stealing all this stuff. That would be That would be not nice. He does have a lot of valuables to steal. It's back here. Huh. Where the heck does this go? Huh. Well, that's kind of out there in plain sight. I can't believe I didn't notice that before. Alright. I guess I gotta let Dash know that the job is done.
Hope the job's coming along well. No sign of the constable, which really makes me more nervous.
I don't know why you're so worried about the constable. They're dead. One package of questionable goods delivered and signed for.
Excellent. Let's divvy up the payment 3 ways and we can consider this matter settled.
Well, let's be fair about this. Here you go.
Thank the law. Should be just enough to get Cass out of her damn cell. I guess breaking even is better than leaving with your partner in the clink. You might not be Hawthorne, but you can sure resolve a problem like he could. Maybe better. Thanks again for all your help.
Thanks again for all the bits. Alright. Let's go to the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve and track down Bellhop Owens, the guy that supplied the poison. And the Prophet of Profitability. If I can figure out how to get there from here. Alright. For the region I haven't been to yet. I'm nervous. Terror rays. Gaseous terror rays? Native to Eridanos are bigger and more aggressive than their cousins elsewhere in Halcyon. They seem to have acquired a taste for humans. Has an albino sibling. Takes care of them. A little nervous about this. There's lots of red markers on my compass. That's not a good sign. Lots of gaseous terror rays.
We're doing this.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble.
In practicing it. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, I'm not much into range fighting. Clearly. More of a melee guy. There's more of them. That looks like the corpse of Bellhop Owens. Oh, shoot. So much for following up on that lead. What's going on here? There's a shovel. What is this thing? Looks like a drill. Is this guy digging up something? Bellhop Owens invoice. A list of guest special requests, some drinks, some food items, and tellingly, a recently fulfilled request for fresh terror ray bile gland from one Spencer Woolwich. That seals that up. What the heck were they digging up in here? Wait a minute. Uh-huh. Man, maybe without any grenades.
I'll show you happiness! I'll be your friend!
Somebody left? What are those things? There's a lot of them little critters.
They go. Don't mess with us.
I think that's it. Site 0451 safe key card. The key card is slimy with a mysterious residue. Wonder where the safe is that key card goes to. The heck were these guys digging up? This cave looks like a dead end. I don't see anything resembling a safe here. Huh. Well, anyway, I still need to track down the profit of profitability. Quite a ways off that way. Tell Dr. Blossom we found more of those specimens. Jenkins had already started excavating the habitat when I arrived, and he's been in an unusually good mood since I got here. Please send additional personnel for capture and delivery of specimens to our R&DD. I think I know what the specimens were. Aha! That's what the key was for. Wow. I think does mega electrical damage. It's like an electrical damage shotgun. Feral canid. Okay. Might be some simple marauders here. All I'm seeing is a canid. Oh crap, I thought they were locked in their cages. They're not. Missed that one. Once the cane has gone feral. Why am I moving so slowly? That was weird. Vega Canid. Oh, that was a big one. Okay, that looks like it. Let's try this elevator. I got my head on a swivel here. I'm really nervous. Don't know what kind of things I'm going to face. Wilderness Exploitation Preserve. Looks like Jurassic Park over there. Oh, there's tourists just walking around here. Maybe it's not as dangerous as I thought. I don't think there's anything up there. Howdy.
I can't believe Helen's gone. We're never going to get a sequel to Terror on Monarch.
Is this supposed to keep the critters in or the guests out?
I just think it's supposed to look pretty. It's pretty here. Got some woolly cows. Hi. Woolly cow. How's it going?
Aether waves won't be the same without Helen. We're all gonna be stuck with Spencer Woolridge.
Excuse me,
Legal
Gunther.
hunting
I need to
supplies.
ask you something.
Who in the hell is Gunter? I told you to call me Hunter. Come on.
Oh, right. Hunter, have you seen a little mechanical wandering through here? Might have been wearing my hat.
I can't say I have. I can sell you a new hat if you want. Or some fine, legally obtained hunting supplies. You could go get that mechanical thief yourself.
She's not a thief. She's lost. I just want her back.
You have a mechanical friend? What's wrong with you?
Oh, hey there, stranger. Don't mean to interrupt your business, but have you seen a stray mechanical wandering about?
I overheard your conversation. You want to explain what's going on?
Seems I'm running my mouth too much. My mechanical Betty up and wandered away a couple days back. I've been trying to track her, but the beasts make it hard. Personally, I prefer my organs inside my body. The shopkeep says I should buy one of his rifles and go looking myself, but like my machine, I'm not combat inclined.
Well, I guess I can keep an eye out for any suspicious mechanicals.
Hey, thanks so much. It would have been mighty lonely without her. Being unemployed, I mean. Be lonely being unemployed. If you find Betty, try sneaking up and hacking her. If you can't do that, finding a way to stop her current routines should send her back home.
Usually the way I deal with mechanicals is by beating them with a big stick, but...
Can't believe we gotta deal with marauders on Eridanos.
Let's see what the shopkeep has for sale.
Welcome to Hunter Legal's Legal Hunter Supplies. I am Hunter Legal. How might I help you today?
I guess I should ask. I am investigating the murder of Halcyon Helen. Have you seen or heard anything unusual lately?
Unusual? This whole land complex is a failed wildlife exhibition turned hunting reserve. You can't go 10 feet without stepping in unusual. But I reckon you're asking about people unusual. I'd go have a chat with the prophet of profitability. Maybe she can intuit you in the right direction or something. But she is mighty far in the depths of the reserve. Perhaps you should purchase one of my fine armaments for the journey.
Thanks, but I'm pretty well armed already. It's an interesting name your shop has.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean. It is a perfectly normal name for a shop dispensing hunter supplies.
Okay, if you say so.
The nerve of some people, I swear.
Well, let's see what you have for sale.
Hunter supplies. Get your hunter supplies.
Well, I didn't think Hunter... Well, I didn't think Hunter had any supplies I could really use. Sounds like... to get much further, I'm going to start running into some hostile critters. I'm up for it. Let's find this prophet of profitability. Who are you guys?
Sorry, but we're a little busy right now. I'm sure one of the other guides would be happy to give you a tour.
Lawrence, do you know who you're talking to? We always have time for the inspector.
The inspector? That's you? I am so sorry. We didn't know what we were doing. We're so sorry. It'll never happen again.
Yeah, and make sure it doesn't.
Really? That's it? No threats? No blackmail? No...
Lawrence, let me do the talking here. Inspector, pay him no mind. I'm sure you've bigger saltuna to can than us.
You're two hotel workers, right? You're pretty far from the Grand Colonial.
Normally, yes, but we take guests out on live-action wilderness experiences for additional pay. You know, shoot a raft here, walk there. We're just between tours right now.
Live action? You can shoot?
Hey, I'm not a bad shot. I've been keeping these tours safe for years.
Your hands look shakier than a sprat climbing out of a vat of nanner spank.
I'm not shaking. I'm trembling. There's a difference.
Don't pay him any mind, Inspector. His upper story's a little gap-toothed, if you know what I mean. But seeing as you insist on sticking your... That is, since you're so curious, I'll fill you in on what we're doing. We, misplaced some people on our last tour. Misplaced them in the maws of some local predators. Now we're stuck here wondering how to get their room keys.
So your guidees were eaten by canids?
Might have been raptidons. I find it hard to tell them apart, especially when my glasses get fogged up.
Why were your glasses... anyway. You got the guest killed and all you care about is room keys.
Hey, we all got our priorities. Not worrying about those keys ain't gonna bring their owners back from the dead. Anyway, the sooner we get those keys back, the sooner we can make it look like the ex-guests checked out early.
Why are you trying to cover up their deaths?
Wouldn't you? I mean, the dangers were all listed in fine print on the waivers they signed. Least they can do is not destroy our reputation when they get themselves killed. We knew sooner or later this was gonna happen. We've got some hush money tucked away. If you can get those keys for us, it's all yours.
So what if I got those keys and just told your bosses what you did?
You kidding? You're welcome to.
Our bosses would want this situation resolved, just like us. We're the real victims here. The dead can't suffer anymore, but we can, and we will if we have to pay for all these lost keys.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not going to help you cover up some murders. Sorry, not going to happen. That really falls way, way, way outside my purview. No, I'm not helping.
Damn it, what are we gonna do now? I'm too pretty to go to prison.
For law's sake, nobody's going to prison. Worst case, we get fired.
I'd rather go to prison. Inspector, if you change your mind, please do come talk to us.
Not gonna help you. I will take this booze. And that stuff. Alright, let's see. Profitability is still quite a ways off. Not seeing any critters out here. Whoa! You want to tell me how you managed to do that?
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Lady, you are magical. This place looks a bit wrecked. What's up over there? Well, there's loot there. Raptidon Colossus. Maybe some other time. Alright. Profitability's over that way somewhere. Who are these guys? More tourists.
I don't know what I'm doing out here. I'd rather be over at the cantina.
It looks like you're inspecting some Raptidon scat.
Mr. Kincannon really knows how to run a hotel.
I don't know how to get there from here. Little slug thing. Oh, didn't get any loot off of it.
Nice and easy.
Mega Canid? Whoops!
That does it. Time for a drink?
Man, I gotta stick to melee weapons. That was awful. Wait a minute. Huh. I have a cripple effect. Reduces movement speed and prevent dodging and lunge attacks. It just wore off, though. I think the Canids do that to you. Candy Canyons.
Candy Canyon? Is that because we taste like lollipops to Raptidons?
Probably. Speaking of Raptidons. Alright, I'll give it one more try. Quit it! I'm not making good progress here.
shred?
Ow, quit it. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. That was more than I expected. This thing's tough. It's almost dead though. Owie, 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 owie.
I kinda. Anyone else?
One left. Maybe there's several left. I definitely underestimated these critters. Way underestimated them.
Nice one. But another fight me.
Whew. Okay. That was pain. That was intense pain. Wow. That was definitely more than I expected to run into. Okay. I think I'm getting close to the Prophet. She does not make it easy to get to her. This must be the place.
If this is a cult, who am I kidding? It's a cult. Hold your judgment until you meet them. Some of my best friends were from Graham's camp.
Yeah, I guess Graham was kind of a cult too, right? What were they called? I can't remember what the name of the cult was.
The Prophet of Profitability has changed my life. Her seminars are worth every bit.
I'm sure you pay a lot of those.
Hello, welcome to the Prophet of Profitability's Private Prosperity Retreat. Stay positive, and soon all your humors will be balanced. Least, that's what I keep telling myself. Anyway, I'm Aaliyah Mason. I work as the Prophet's right-hand woman. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about this place?
If you felt imbalanced and unproductive, linger in your malaise no longer. We have all the amenities and practices for calming the ill humors strangling your potential. Sit for hours in our sweat house and sweat them out, or stand amidst burning coals and feel your productive inhibitions burn away. And remember, think positive. Positivity equals productivity equals profitability.
Why do I feel like I've entered a Scientologist temple? Anyway, do you know the Prophet well?
Of course. I've been studying under her for years. I know each of her techniques more or less by heart, and even have some variations of my own, such as the quintuple daily stomach purges. She's promised me that I'd be allowed to open my own branch of the retreat someday soon. Of course, I've been waiting on someday soon for coming up on 4 years now. I'm sure it's gonna happen anytime now.
You know, you sound a little less enthusiastic than I would expect from a positivity disciple.
Oh, terribly sorry if I gave you that impression. I had a cramp. It's better now. I mean, it might be nice if I had a little inclination of whether the prophet appreciated all the cooking and cleaning and hours of meditation I do on a daily basis. But whatever she thinks isn't for me to question. I'll do my best to be more chipper.
Hey, I'm not criticizing, just making an observation. Look, I was hired to look into Halcyon Helen's murder. I need to ask you some questions about that.
Oh my. Yes, this is important enough for me to delay my bi-hourly self-flagellation. Ask away.
Wow, you self-flagellate every couple hours? Talk about a libido. Anyway, the prophet had some kind of feud with Halcyon Helen, right?
Yes, the circumstances there are quite unfortunate. For a time, the prophet was completely despondent. Even the hot coal walks weren't buoying her spirits as they usually do. However, we recently had a high-profile visitor whose presence seemed to alleviate whatever the prophet's fears were.
You don't mean Spencer Woolrich, do you?
Oh, you must have misheard me. I said high-profile, not had-profile. Mr. Woolrich comes by much too often to be worth mentioning.
Okay, well, have you noticed any unusual behavior in the retreat lately?
Well, by and large, no. But something rather odd did happen regarding the prophet recently. A few hours after our high-profile visitor arrived a couple of days ago, the prophet asked me to take over sessions for the remainder of the day. At first, I was excited. Thought it was my chance to show her what I could do in charge. But then I saw that she was deeply worried about something. No one saw her until the next day.
Huh. Where were you at the time of the murder?
I was here, at the retreat in the company of the other disciples and clients. I rarely have more than a few minutes of alone time. Which is fine, of course. I do what I do in the service of the prophet, who will, I'm sure, reward me for my sacrifice. Eventually.
I like your attitude. All right, that's enough for now, I think.
Certainly.
All right, we'll talk more later, I'm sure. Goodbye.
Actually, before you go, I want to report something suspicious. I noticed the prophet dragging something, a bundle, away from the retreat after that high-profile guest arrived. Normally, I'm the one who does her laundry, so it was strange. Especially because whatever she was dragging seemed oddly human-shaped.
What? You couldn't have mentioned this before when I asked you if something suspicious was going on around here?
I could have, but I generally don't have the time or energy to leave the reserve to contact anyone. Plus, there's always the possibility that I'm mistaken. The prophet hasn't been herself lately, but if I misinterpreted the situation and reported her improperly, I'd ruin my chances for opening my own wing of the retreat.
All right, I'll look into it. It could be she's trying to incriminate the prophet for something. I wonder if I should investigate that now. Let's go investigate that now. Actually, wait a minute. Check the workbench real quick. What's on this? If you're in search of a seminar, please speak to the Prophet of Probability directly. The messages on this terminal are private. Should you read them, your humors may be thrown off balance. Is your curiosity worth the loss of profits? From Ruth Bellamy. I've talked with my agents, and they've told me that what I said about your seminars regarding not taking them actually cost you about 30% of your revenue for the next 3 months, with future losses projected. When I said I wasn't much interested in attending, I didn't really realize that it hit you quite as hard as it did. Guess that's the price of stardom. Everyone listens a little extra to everything you said. I'm hoping if you got space that I might be able to attend one of your sessions today as a means of apologizing. I know that notice is short, but I'm hoping you can fit me in without too much inconvenience. Ruth Bellamy. I highly doubt Ruth Bellamy was apologizing, but I think she wanted an excuse to meet with her. Maybe she's the high-profile guest. Lee Whitaker. Hey, Prophet, Whitaker here. Wanted to ask how that mix of herbs you sent has worked out. I was skeptical at first about using them for medicinal purposes, but hell, what do I know about productivity? That said, be sure to remember what I told you. Don't cut the herbs asymmetrically. Hampers the texture. Don't leave them out in the sun. And for law's sake, make sure you keep the smoke doses small. Last thing you want is to accidentally send somebody into a coma, or worse, kill them. Huh. Interesting. Some kind of medicinal herbs that could be used to actually kill somebody in overdose. Your devoted attendees. The other attendees of Tripling Profits Through Transcendentalism and I have reconvened and are all in agreement your seminars are simply top-notch. We've seen a 0.5% increase in each of our businesses in total profits since we attended your seminar together. Of course, with the price of materials, shipping, and other costs involved, it boils down to more of a 0.1% increase, but an increase is an increase. If you ever decide to visit the Grand Colonial, you simply must let us purchase you a round of drinks. Thanks to you, we certainly have the bits for it. Let's look for this suspicious body-shaped package.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Semi-recent set of tracks in the desert stands out from the dead leaves and those made by passing creatures. Okay.
Identifying human footprints leading out into the wilderness. It is unusual for productivity disciples to wander more than a few feet from the camp.
Got any idea who made them?
Scanning. Checking database of shoe sizes and height-weight ratios. Judging by footprint depressions and shoe size, these prints were either made by the Prophet of Profitability or Adjutant Sophia Akande. Error. Recalibrating. These footprints were made by the Prophet of Profitability.
Okay. So the Prophet made those footprints.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Really? Where? Where? Let me just grab this stuff real quick.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability.
Tracks lead off in this direction. Huh.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
They'll never see us.
Wait a second. There might be more tracks over there. That's kind of weird. It's like a whole fake rock formation split in half. More footprints?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Detected additional tracks belonging to the Prophet of Profitability. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Judging by the shape of this indentation in the dirt, a person of medium height and build laid here for a number of hours. Scanning for other details. Only additional signs of disturbance are a few marks in the dirt.
What are the disturbances in the dirt?
Marks in the dirt are somewhat difficult to analyze, but closely match a pair of human handprints. Possible that the individual lying here pushed themselves into a sitting position. Percentage of dead individuals capable of pushing themselves into a sitting position? 1%. More likely that whoever was here rose and left of their own accord.
Maybe somebody's trying to throw us off here. Gotta be careful. Well, that's interesting. There's no body here. There was a body dragged out here, but then it got up and left on its own accord. What the heck does that mean? Very strange. I think there's nothing left to do but confront the Prophet of Profitability. Next time. That's going to be it for today. So I got to the Prophet of Profitability. Found some interesting clues. I don't know what they mean exactly. It sounds like Ruth Bellamy, a.k.a. Halcyon Helen, came here to meet with the Prophet of Profitability. I don't know why she would. Clearly, she wasn't really interested in the seminars.
Ready when you are.
What did she want to come here to talk about? I guess I'll find out next time on Amon Chooses Murder on Eridanos.